And we are live.
Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Focus Up Show. I am the West Coast host, Mr. Floyd X. We have the First Lady J. Good morning, First Lady.
Morning, everyone.
We have Mr. Nice Guy. Good morning, Mr. Nice Guy.
Good morning, brother.
And we got the great El Pooh. Good morning, Mr. El Pooh.
Good morning.
Cool. Our other host, Mr. Walk, he'll be in shortly. But
Yeah, on Color People Time.
All right. Well, welcome to the show. We got some interesting topics for you today. We're gonna start it out with in the news. We had some few events that occurred this week, and you could catch us daily with the daily Focus Daily Show. That'll give you the current news on a daily basis. We try to cover things that happen in the news. But one of the things that we did cover was the lady, the 83-year-old lady in Florida who was attacked by an alligator. It's a sad story, and I don't have the video footage, but they have video footage of when the moments before it occurred. So we're going to pull that up. If y'all haven't seen it yet, we'll play it for you so you could grasp the seriousness of this occurrence. And here we go right here. You can see the alligator, that little red circle, coming up to the water. This is a tragedy, man. And I don't know why she hasn't moved yet. I don't know why she wasn't gone. And so the sad part of it, the woman did not survive the situation. The alligator eventually went after her and took her underwater. And, she's no longer with us. The police, they took the alligator, they arrested the alligator and euthanized them. So the alligator is deceased. But they say there's more alligators in the water. So it's a regular, everybody that lives there know that the alligators are there. So I think it may be a problem is the level of comfort. Because I know I wouldn't be comfortable around no alligator.
Oh, come on, man. It's head on the swivel. It's ridiculous. I mean, you should be so conscious of that. You that thing first of all, if you know that that's even there, you shouldn't even be that close to the water, much less letting something sneak up on you like that. And she ain't got the speed to get away from it. It's just,
Yeah.
She should have just gave up the dog.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead and take it. Hey.
Oh man, them white people be riding for their dogs. Like, I know you seen that lady with the bear. Shoot, the bear was attacking her dog. She went and pushed that bear off the wall. They don't be playing when it comes to their dog.
I mean, in all seriousness, you do grow attached to these animals. Sometimes it can happen where they like a part of the family for real. And you just sit there and you treat it like a child. That's why they be like, I'm a dog parent. And I know for the black folks, that's not really us who we are, but there are people out there like that. And of all races, that's you right there, Mr. Nice Guy.
I'm telling you right now, come messing with my dogs, I'll put you down.
Just like that.
Ain't no alligator. I ain't losing no fight with no alligator. I'm not gonna get in the water. That fight is lost. Yeah. But on the ground, we're gonna see about that.
We'll talk. And that's, just be careful out there. All our people out in Florida, be careful, because we lived in Florida my senior year in high school. I lived in Florida and gators was a common thing. You didn't see them. Wait, at my job, I worked at the Kennedy Space Center. They did have an alligator in a pond, and but people wasn't hanging out, walking around the pond, but we knew that it was there. So be careful out there in Florida. Next up in the news, we got the sentencing of the murderer of Nipsey Hussle, Mr. Eric Holder. I think I have some video footage. It's just courtroom footage. Y'all go ahead and speak on it. What's y'all take on that?
Justice. And the fact that how many years he get,
6-0.
there's some poetry in that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What are the chances that just randomly happens? So I mean, yo, this dude killed a person that was really doing some things, that was really embraced, loved by the community. I mean, this was no small issue. Life is precious. I don't mean to put it out there like his life is so much more valuable than other lives, but his life impacted a whole lot more. And it just, it was a terrible situation. It was a sucker thing to do, and he's gonna be dealing with that in jail for sure.
Yes, that's right. Yep. Well, I'm glad he got sentenced. The way they broke the sentencing down was 25 years for the murder, 25 years for the firearm enhancement, and then 10 years for assault with a firearm. So it's 60 years to life is the sentence. And during his sentencing, the one Mr. Herman Cowboy Douglas, he spoke at the sentencing, and Najee Ali. I heard that name, Najee Ali. I just don't remember from where, but I think he's like a staple in the LA community in that district area and stuff like that. But they spoke, and I believe that they wanted a stiffer sentence, and I think a lot of people wanted him to have death. And I know one thing that they said was that this is Najee Ali right here. They said that he never apologized or never showed remorse for the murder. It's just he just sit there stoic, like this is just part of the business. But so justice is served. We're thankful for that.
Fucking justice served.
Good morning, Mr. Walk. How are you?
Well, ain't no fucking justice served. Nipsey still dead. Yo, good morning. What's up? Hey,
welcome to the party.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I got this from the Nipsey store. My brother brought it for me. What up, Cisco?
What up? What up?
Good morning, guys.
I thought you were going to say
I thought you got something else. You got something more.
Hey, well, shit. Well, fuck. I do have some shit to say. When we went to the Nipsey store, that was a great experience. It was like I didn't even know the store was open. Cisco came, Floyd X came down, and we went to the Nipsey store, and it was like, oh shit, it's open because I heard about it. And then when we was there, we thought we saw Nipsey Hussle, but it was Black Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? But there was like Nipsey just left, like because he was a fixture there. It was a you know what I'm saying, cool store. But going in that store, it was real eerie because it looked like, nigga, if you do something stupid up in here, you'll probably disappear in this fucking store. That was the feeling. That was the fucking. I felt like that. But it was a cool experience. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And you know what I'm saying? Eric, like a cowboy call, motherfucking what's his name?
Eric Holder.
He called him Eric Dick Holder. But that's what it is. Salute, Nipsey Hussle. Let me get my shit together. Let me drink some water. I just woke up, man. Yo, salute. What up? Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, First Lady and everybody? God damn it.
Okay.
Yep. I took them off. Take care of your business. Take care of your business, man. All right. Also in the news, we got shout out to the Nation of Islam and everybody that made it to Chicago to celebrate Savior's Day 2023. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan will be speaking tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tune in if you're available to watch and hear his timely message that's always given every year. And then lastly, in the news, we'll touch on the rare blizzard that's going on in Southern Cali. How y'all feeling out there in Southern Cali?
Cold.
Cold?
Chilly.
Man.
Freezing.
And it's not just cold, it's that wind, man. I mean, that wind is ridiculous, man. I was at the store at night, and I mean, literally, it almost took off my glasses, my hat, my scarf. You know, just Mother Nature almost ran my pockets just straight up. It was crazy.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I know one of the issues is them gas bills that y'all was speaking on earlier.
I have a GoFundMe set up for anyone.
Just like that.
I get cold a lot, so I run my heater, and plus with the lupus, it affects my joints when it's cold. So, but I was not expecting a bill that high. I heard on the news we were gonna get hit hard,
Man.
but it's across the board.
Okay.
Everyone got hit pretty doggone hard. My aunt says she doesn't care if her bill 5,000, she gonna keep running the heat. Put her on payment plans for life.
Just like that. Just like that.
It's high, it really is. But the weather, I can relate, Mr. Nice Guy. I went to Sam's Club yesterday, and there are a lot of us in the parking lot that got our butts whooped trying to hold the umbrella and put up the car. Umbrellas flying everywhere. It just seemed like as if the rain purposely just hit us hard. It was a mess. So yeah, I was trying to get my groceries so I could be set for the weekend, so I wouldn't have to go back out. But I guess everybody was thinking the same thing, and like I said, Mother Nature had another plan for us.
Word.
And the snow. That's impacting my wife's job. So it's just like she can't really even go to her job because it's snowed out there like ridiculous, crazy. Snow.
I think one of the greatest indicators of the magnitude of the situation is that the grapevine was closed down.
Not necessarily, because that's not a uncommon thing right there.
Right.
There's always closed down?
Oh
Yeah.
Closed down a lot.
Yeah.
For a blizzard?
It get closed down a lot. Way more than
You don't get blizzards in LA too often, but I say it like this. They say it was some snow on the Hollywood sign the other day.
So like I said, it was shut down for a blizzard. Is that common?
It's common that it's shut
That's
down
common.
For a blizzard?
all
For
the time.
anything.
No, yeah, they're just saying it's
So-
common for
Yeah,
it to get shut
shut
down,
down
not for a blizzard.
For a blizzard.
If it snows,
That's the
grapevine
severity.
shuts down.
That snow is being blown everywhere that you can't drive past it. That's a great indicator.
Wait, hold on.
It happens all the time.
Wait, Floyd X, I get what you're saying. You're saying is it common for a blizzard? It really doesn't have a blizzard out here. That's like once every fucking 10 years that it's a blizzard in California. I get what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. But the grapevine does close like all the time. If it rain or sleet a little bit too much, they're gonna close the grapevine.
Hey, is it snow out there where you at, Walt?
Nah, it's raining. I'm kind of disappointed it didn't snow. I'm mad as hell because I was gonna build my son a damn snowman, man. Pissed. They fucking I took off work and all that.
It took off work. Tommy,
Hey,
you ain't
hold
got
on,
no
man.
job.
I do got a job, motherfucker. Hey, I'm in between not having a job and looking for work.
At least he's telling the truth. He's lukewarm.
See you in Miami, motherfuckers. No, go ahead, man.
All right, so
Where my drink at? See, I gotta wait.
we're gonna move on to our topic. We're gonna start it off with the
No, it's not open.
we're gonna start it off with the Russia and Ukraine war that's been going on. The 1 year anniversary was yesterday, the 24th. That's when Russia first invaded the country. So we did a little fact finding. I believe Jay Walk did his research, and I did me a little research, and I'm pretty sure all the other hosts on the show did some research on it. So we'll go ahead and speak on it. What's some new revealing information that we got on this war?
Well, I know China's trying to step in and try to, negotiate some peace over there. So Zelensky is supposed to be meeting with Xi Jinping or Winnie the Pooh, wherever he is, wherever his name is.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Wow.
That's the new thing that's going on right now.
Man.
Well, I did my research, and while doing my research, my head exploded. This shit is actually deeper than what I thought in the first place. But in the net of it, what it comes down to is Putin is trying to reestablish Soviet Union. Putin likes to kill, and he will kill for nothing. I mean, that's my Russian accent. But he's trying to reestablish the Soviet Union. He really took offense to that when Ronald Reagan, and when they had the Cold War, and it was actually the downfall of the Soviet Union. It's a lot of moving pieces of this. And researching this, I found that Ukraine was actually, and Kiev was actually a city over freaking 1,000 years ago. They had a city over there. Like Kiev been there. Kiev, like we've been doing this. And Russia, they feel like, yo, we're part of Russia. Russia invaded them before, like over 300 years ago. It's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of bullshit, and a lot of shit that us Americans, we really don't give a damn about. So basically, Putin wants Ukraine back.
I know one thing I've learned is that business is warfare without bloodshed. Warfare is business with bloodshed. So all that's going on here is a business moves. Somebody they trying to reestablish footing. I know one thing that was brought into it to the issue was the pipeline that was somebody went down there and blew it up because Russia was preparing to deliver 45% of the natural gas to the European Union, and that would have helped strengthen Russia's economy. And somebody didn't want that to happen. So they went down because the pipeline goes through the water, some kind of body of water. It's under the water. Somebody went down there and blew it up to prevent them from being successful in getting a nice economy back flowing. So that's part of the reason. And another part is the Ukraine desiring to be a part of the what do you call that?
NATO.
NATO, yes, and that's a problem because they had an agreement that NATO agreed that it would not expand, and in doing that, in courting Ukraine, that's a violation, and that was one of the problems that Mr. Putin had with the situation. So his move is what he made was based off of a reaction to that, and they also have Russian Russian protesters in you that live in Ukraine that want to be a part of Ukraine, and then you have Ukrainians who don't want to be a part of Russia. I mean to say, so this
Yes.
so say that again.
I say yes, they want to be part of NATO.
Yeah, so it's just a polarizing situation, and the larger countries use it as pawns to get to the other larger countries, and that's the situation that's going on there.
And wait, hold on. And it's like back in like 1991, they was going through some bullshit over there.
Yeah.
Where
Is that the breaking news?
the secret spy. We have secret spy over there. Get out. No, I'm just kidding. It's like back in 1991, they was going through some bullshit over there where when NATO was around back then, and some Ukrainians wanted to be down with NATO, and some didn't within the country.
Yeah.
Then at the last minute, the Ukrainian president or ruler, whatever the hell he got popping, he ended it. He stopped it. Whole NATO shit. Then the motherfuckers they uprose on his ass and got him out of office because a lot of Ukrainians was pissed about that. And another thing with the Ukrainians, they are fucking. It's a lot of racist motherfucking neo-Nazis out there that Putin is using as this is the reason why we are invading Ukraine. Because the fucking neo-Nazis, just like Hitler, we must take them over because they're working with the West. It's a bunch of bullshit that we kind of don't give a fuck about.
It's what it is the warfare. It's a war, and it's not
Yes.
everything can't easily be documented, can't easily be defined as to what exactly is going on. The situation is going back and forth. Like, for example, do y'all remember when that Malaysian plane was shot down by a Russian
I remember that. I don't
like,
think it was Malaysian plane, was it?
it was
Because Malaysian
Malaysian
plane disappeared.
it was Malaysian airline flight 17 was shot down on July 17th, 2014.
I remember.
Okay, so this is because they were already at war. It's called the war in Donbass. This started from 2014 to 22. So this culminated into the war that's going on right now because it's been a constant war where they go back and forth, fighting. And that just happened with a Russian shot down that plane because it flew over the border between Russia and Ukraine. And it
I
lost their lives. Go ahead.
I told you, Putin likes to kill. That was a lot of innocent people. I remember that because nobody did nothing about that. It
Nope.
was like Putin, yes. His plane shoot down, yes.
Yeah, it was
All right.
283 passengers and 15
Damn.
15, what do you call them? What's that word?
Flight attendants and
Crew
airline
members.
pilots.
Crew members. 15
Crew
crew members. All killed, all died, and the plane was just shot down. That was the end of it.
Yeah, no one did nothing. I told you, Putin likes to kill.
So you know.
Okay, so a little ordering and sort of like fact checking. You talked about that pipeline. So Europe had already started like supporting like Ukraine. So Russia was already like, okay, well, we've got to cut you off. So you talk about that, this was depriving Russia of resources or money and stuff like that. They had already cut those people off because, all these sanctions and who they were allying with. I mean, the fact of the matter, it got blown up. It's been speculating that they blew it up just to create this, political thing about it. Now, I'm not saying who blew it up or whatever. I'm not even going to get into that. But I'm just saying that the fact of the matter is they had already choked off resources to the Europeans, because of their alignment with Ukraine. But the most important thing about all of this stuff is Ukraine is a sovereign country. It's a sovereign country trying to maintain its sovereignty. I don't know if that's the proper term, but the fact of the matter is Russia ain't going for it. I understand we don't know all the facts. There's so many moving pieces. I'm not going to sit here and act like Russia doesn't have legitimate interest in taking over that property. You know what I'm saying? There's incentives there. There's resources. There's all type of reasons. The fact he wants to bring the Soviet Union back together. There's all type of reasons you can make, but the most simplest thing about this is the sovereign country trying to determine its sovereign fate. And I don't think nothing trumps that. Nothing trumps that. If I own this house and someone thinks, hey, I'd like to convert this into a spot, guess what? It's gonna be gunplay. It ain't gonna be an issue of like, the fact that we used to rock we used to do all stuff in this whole neighborhood. But now you in here, like, no, check this out. This is my house now. That's it.
So
What?
let's go ahead.
What? You gotta think about it. I hear what you're saying, Mr. Nice Guy. But you speaking on one individual. This is a big ass country with a lot within the country before Putin even invaded. That a lot of motherfuckers is like, we want to fuck with Russia. We want to fuck with NATO. It's a lot of within the country, from the east to the west to the south, within the whole country. That's why it's a lot of people that's in there like, man, why are y'all even resisting this shit? There's some are like, we got to fight to the death. So it's not as easy as saying like, oh, we're being invaded. Russia and Ukraine has very long history, my friend.
But another
I can't even stop. I won't be.
That's a good point you make.
No,
because
I must talk more here. Russia.
But that's a good point you make because the people here can't agree on stuff like that. So it's just like you talk about the Republicans and the Democrats. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that at all.
We have disagreements on focus subshore.
Yeah, for real. Go ahead, Flo. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What was you about to say, brother?
I was gonna say, in the use of your example of your home, it will be the same thing. It's a matter of who is coming to take charge of your home. If the government decide, you know what, we're about to build a freeway and your house is in our way, so they would go take the necessary steps. Huh?
Eminent domain. That's what it's called.
Eminent domain. Yep. Yes. And they'll take the necessary steps to move you out. First, they'll give you an offer. If you refuse that offer, they'll find another way to make it happen. If you aren't moving, you're getting out the way.
If they giving me money to be that I can parlay to be into a better situation, guess what, house? Peace out.
No.
There's too much stuff going on over here, man.
that sounds like people at Bruce Beach, where they did with Bruce Beach.
They didn't have a choice.
nothing like Bruce Beach.
Yeah,
But I do
Yes,
know.
it
like
is. Wait, they took Bruce Beach. See, look, she's at Bruce Beach right there. They did. I'm sorry. I just want to do the stupid accent. Let's move on to something that people actually give a fuck about. Putin likes to kill. Let's move on, man.
Hold on, let El Pooh make a point. What was your point, El
I
Pooh?
was going to say, as far as the eminent domain, if you don't want to move, they got ways to make you move.
Real talk.
Yes.
They'll do it. They done got rid of people while they were still in their houses.
Yeah.
I heard.
That's right.
Like when they was building Dodger Stadium, it was a little community up there that they cleared out. This one old lady, this is just a folklore. They said it was an old Mexican lady, didn't want to leave. They said he took her down with the house. I don't know how true that is, but it might be
I
true.
believe it. 105 freeway. That's like one of the newest freeways in the city of Los Angeles. Like, ooh, I'm gonna stop.
One last thing I wanted to address was the casualties, because it's a war, and the numbers, they can't. There is nobody that's walking around with a calculator and documenting all the deaths. So the number is a wide range. The number of civilians can range from 9,000 to 30,000, depending on who's your source. Some of the sources include the Ukrainian government, the United Nations, and the European Commons or something like that. But those are the ones that are reporting on the casualties. So 9,000 to 30,000 Ukrainian citizens. And then as far as the Ukrainian forces, 100,000 plus have been killed and wounded. And then the Russian forces, 200,000 plus killed or wounded. So it's a large mass amount of casualties going on out there. And we do have to understand, even though it's not happening right here on our footing, on our grounds, that it is happening, that war is going on and people are dying.
And that's terrible. And it's impacting here. It's impacting economically, but it's also there's that threat. I mean, I know they talk about the N word that you don't want, the other N word that you don't want to talk about. But I mean, I always feel like this. Look, Putin is a sovereign dictator of a nuclear superpower. You better put some respect on Russia's name. You can disagree with Russia, but the reality is Russia is a problem if you really try to go after Russia. So nobody wants World War III. We know that we can end all of this stuff if it goes crazy. So I'm like, look, if you can figure out a way to give this guy some type of graceful win that just sort of like ends this stuff, that's maybe that's the way to go. But I mean, I understand this is a sovereign country, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna protect themselves, and I understand and I respect that.
Did anybody hear Donald Trump making the speech on the war?
I know that was an interesting comment. That's why I brought that up.
Yeah, he said nuclear is one of the two N words that you should not be using.
I never heard that. Really?
Yeah, he really said that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But I mean, it was funny.
You gotta love Trump. You gotta love Trump and his bullshit. See, that's why with Donald Trump, he using that racism for his advantage. It's white boys in the middle of America like, yeah, fuck it. You heard what he said? Woo!
The N words you can't use.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they like this one N word you can't use.
There's only one.
Hey, wait, hell, let me tell you a little hillbilly joke. Listen, I want to introduce you to your wife. She used to be my sister. Let's move on, man. Come on, get ready.
Hey, Floyd. They murdered your poppy joke, and that's what he came with.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me say it again on this platform.
Oh, God.
Don Lemon got in trouble because of what he said to as far as women aging out or losing out their prime. And so my joke was, I called it, because his co-host name is Poppy Harlow. So I called it the Lemon Poppy debacle. No laugh. Come on now.
It was good stuff, man. It was clever.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We're gonna get into which one y'all want to do? Fist fight or the HIV? Which one?
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
At what age are you too old for a fade? Who want to start? Jaywalk, you gonna start
I'll
it off?
start it off. Never to. If you old enough to talk that shit, you old enough for that fade. You old enough. I don't. And the reason that came with the oh yeah, I'm up now. I'm up now. The reason why this came about is because I was like in a parking lot at a grocery store, getting out the car and shit, and then I seen like two niggas was about to get down, and the chick was like, hey, "Y'all stop! Y'all too old to be fighting! Stop!" And I wanted to grab her by her raggedy ass weave and pull her back and let them get down. Let them get down. They two men. They obviously knew each other. Let them do what they gotta do. They was older cats. They wasn't that goddamn old because they was old enough to be talking that shit. Let them fight. Because it's better for two guys to be squabbling than to be. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. What's your take on it, Mr. Nice Guy? You got a rebuttal to that?
I didn't want to come in immediately. I speak on it. I mean, because you guys always like confused when I say this. There's something that you have a right to do, and then there's the better way. So that's not me being on the fence. I'm telling you that yes.
I need that fade already. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A man always has a right to settle disrespect with another man with his hands. When a man talks reckless to another man, you are signing on the dotted line for violence if it comes to that. However, grown-ups use your words. You know what I'm saying? You ask me when you too old to be fighting, high school. You know, be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Talk it out. If you agree to disagree, like whatever. I mean, you know, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Fighting is way too dangerous at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? And some people are not going to be. I respect. Walk was talking about how, like, you know, dudes like that are in that life. You know, they have sort of like these boundaries as far as, you know, they don't, you know, they won't do too much. You know, they'll do too much. They'll beat you, what I'm saying. But some people don't have that mentality. Some people think, you know, just when it comes to physical and whatever, it's 0-10. It's going to be war. It ain't going to be no rules. It ain't going to be the Queensberry or whatever that stuff. It's going to be problems. So I'm just saying that, you know, we should look to avoid that stuff. You know, be an adult, use your voice, use your mind, be intelligent, be better. But yes, it's a fact. You talk reckless?
Listen, me, caveman. Me don't get big words like that, nice guy. Me want fade. That's what you dealing with out there in these streets. Ignorant ass mother effers. Me need fade. They don't understand logical and political freaking speech. I've run into plenty of people like that, and I'm like, me your huckleberry. Yeah. I'll be your huckleberry.
One of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah. That's the truth for ignorance. Wait, hold on. I did it already. I ruined my own joke. But y'all know what it is. I know. Even if I get my ass whipped, I'm with all fades, no exceptions. But yeah.
What you got to defend yourself.
What do a lady have to say about grown men fighting?
Y'all should be fighting.
Well, I honestly would prefer to see men knuckle up than gunplay each other.
Yeah.
I feel like if you need to defend yourself, then go ahead. But if it's something you could just walk away from, then by all means walk away. Because when you saying too old, sometimes people can get hit the wrong way and lose your life off of one simple blow. I see so many fights on social media where there are no rules to fighting. So typically when a person is in a fight, that means you're trying to hurt me. So people gonna do whatever it takes for them to do to hurt the other person to protect themselves. But if you can't avoid it, then knuckle up. Don't shoot. Go the old school way.
I feel like this. You're never too old to defend yourself. But when you're in high school, that's your time to get your reputation up. You should be doing your fight on. That's for sure. But then I'm gonna say like this: when you start having kids, and then when you get to the age of having grandkids, nah, I don't think you should be out there, starting no fights. I'm gonna just say it like that.
But it's not starting.
Yeah, I was gonna say he changing it, he altering it.
I know.
Yeah.
like I say, look,
El Pooh, I know your ass. You would take a fade with. Stop playing.
the first thing I said
El
is
Pooh will fade with niggas if you want it. Come on, quit playing, man. Y'all know what it is out here.
Defending
this
yourself.
is what it is. But sometimes you can walk away from
Exactly.
stuff. It's just
I-
it is the way it is.
I will say this: like, I done had a few fades within the last few years. Like with total strangers, I don't count family shit. That's irrelevant. I'm talking about with total strangers, and hey, I represent it. Wait, hold on.
I have a question for El Pooh. I'm sorry. Go
Wait,
ahead, Walt, and then
I'm
I'll.
talking about my war stories of the greatness.
You took your shirt off. That's enough. Um,
Me will say no. Go ahead.
a reputation in high school. It's time for you to get your reputation in high school. Let's say you move to another state or a city further away. Where's your reputation then?
In your hands.
I would say this. When you say where's your reputation, it's in your head. And when you know that you could whip somebody ass, wherever you go, you're gonna take that with you. And you're gonna be like, I'll take this fade with anybody. So if you get your reputation, you know that you did your thing in high school, don't matter what city or state you go to, you're gonna have that same mentality right there. And they're gonna know. You say if they don't know, they're gonna know today.
Wait, what does high school got to do with this? We are like
That's
30
we
years
talking about
removed.
Well,
No,
Mr.
that's not
Nice
true.
said,
Nice
Mr.
guy
Nice
started
said
that.
high school was too
Yeah.
old to be having
Wait, hold
fun.
on.
High school
Wait, hold on.
is when you should
Wait.
start fighting.
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Come on,
because you
Elementary
said
when
to
you
build
start.
up your reputation. I mean, having it in your head, that's more so about being confident. If you ask me, the reputation is like what people can see and what people know. So if you go elsewhere, they don't know anything about you. So that's why I say, what happens to your reputation then?
I'm
Are you
out here in
Noah.
Lancaster. Hold on. I'm out here in Lancaster whooping niggas' asses who fuck with me. That ain't got shit to do with Hamilton High School or Marvin Elementary or Pastor or Webster.
Now, Walk, I wanted to elaborate
That,
on that part.
that's my
Oh, go
point
ahead.
right
Hold on.
Wait,
there.
listen. First
Pull my
lady,
shirt
listen.
back on.
I want to ask Walk, like myself. I don't think I had a fight in 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you, give us an example of a situation that you had to go hand to hand combat with somebody. What happened?
Oh, first of all, I'm gonna say at in high school, Big Bro did take. I had a lot of people to take up for me. Floyd done whipped plenty niggas' asses on my account. That's when we was younger. That was high school. That's why I don't count that shit. I'm a grown up now. Look at I'm fighting niggas. But look, I did have a situation with a young lady. I was actually going through a whole lot of stuff. And me and this chick went out, but she had a dude. But that was my bitch first. That's what he didn't know. He pulled up while we was coming out this fucking bar, and he was talking shit like, "You got a nigga in your car?" And I'm like, "Wait, hold on, who the fuck are you?" And I said, "Hey," and they was, "Wait, hold on, put that shit back on me. This really had happened." And I'm like, and they was screaming across. I said, "Yo, bro, go home. I'm gonna say what I said. Go home and get this pussy tonight.
Out.
Go home." But I wanted to fight. And then he hopped out the door. I said, "Bro, I'm not one of these Lancaster niggas. I'm from LA, my nigga. Go home, my nigga, because I'm gonna hit this pussy tonight because I'm sending her." I hopped out the car. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me tell you what happened. See?
Come on, dude. Let's watch the language. Let's just do that part.
Okay, I'm gonna
Tell
watch
the
that.
story, but watch the language.
I hopped out the car. I had on some fly clothing too. I had on some fresh. I had a scarf on. Y'all know with my scarves. I had a scarf on and all that. I took everything off and then I put it on the table. As soon as I turned around, that nigga fired on me. Bam! Cracked me. And I'm like, then he started running. I boo-bopped him. When he did finally engage me, I said, "We're in the whole parking lot. Where are you going?" And then he finally engaged me. I tore his ass up. Then he ripped my sweater. I beat him down, all that stuff. And then look, watch this. This is the caveat. He got up. He hopped in his car. He spit on my car. She left, and he left. And then I'm like, "Oh, Like,
All right.
and then I looked up. It was like a bunch of Mexicans at the club like this. If you got that footage, put it down. Put it down for your boy Walk. You know what it is, represent for the Focuz stuff.
So let me say this. Let me say this, though. So what it sounds like is fights are avoidable, and this goes back to Mr. Nice Guy's point that what's the best situation or what's the best decision. I mean, to me, that sounds like that situation could have clearly been avoided.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so what I deduced from what you said is if you out there doing some N-word stuff, gonna happen. Yeah. So you need to just be mindful when you out and about. My statement is you're never too old for a fight. You're gonna always have to defend yourself, even into your 80s. People gonna look to take advantage of you because they think you're weaker. So you're gonna have to always be ready for a fade at all times. Like right now, I haven't had a fight in 20 years, but every time I walk out that door, I like to believe that I'm ready for one. I still go to the gym, I still work out, and I still make sure that I could throw these hands. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna come up to me and slap me in my face and nothing not gonna happen. It's whatever I got is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to look at it. But I do my best to avoid fights. I don't want to fight nobody. And
he lying. I know that nigga. He lying.
Let me say,
he lying.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead. One thing, though. As an old man, I'm more liable to shoot your ass than sock your ass. I'm just saying it like that.
Okay.
First lady, Florida.
First lady.
Florida.
What do you guys take on women out here fighting? What do you guys think about that? Because, I care about my face. I care about, scratches, hair being pulled and all that type of stuff as well. What are your take on women out here in the streets fighting? Because I'm seeing that a whole lot.
Let me see that. Let me say this. This is just my personal opinion. A woman or a lady should never fight. They should avoid fighting at all costs. Any women out there fighting, to me, it takes away from you fighting. Ladies fighting each other. That's like y'all should never be out there fighting. You know what I'm saying?
You're defending yourself when you're trying to walk away. So are we supposed to defend ourselves? Let's say I'm trying to walk away, but then the person swing on me. Am I supposed to defend myself or do I keep walking?
You're supposed to defend yourself if you have to. But if it's just somebody talking wolfing, you can get away from that.
Yeah, don't wolf back. To the extent that someone's chirping, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this. I'm gonna let you say something, but to me, you don't need to let somebody swing on you. If they coming at you with hostility and they come into your circle, your physical space, to me, that's just as much of a swing because that first hit can be decisive. I believe in avoiding it to the best that you can, but when it's coming, it's better for you to be the first than the last, if you know what I'm saying.
I agree. Because growing up, and I had my friends that always felt like I was scary because I didn't argue and I didn't talk back, and I would try and walk away, and they were just like, "You scary, and scary." And I used to be like, "I'm not scary. I'm just saving my wind to where I'm gonna need it if I have to fight." And
I got scary.
I got caught.
I made you laugh. Fuck all that. Lady J. Women should never fight. That's why you the first lady. You right. There is no reason to be women fight because y'all, to be honest, women are not effective fighters. It's just it's really brutal and disgusting. Like, goddamn, stop all that shit. I see chicks fighting. It's like, stop that bullshit. Y'all just playing around and you really just beating the shit out of this young girl who is really weaker than you, like a motherfucker.
Hold on.
I don't think women ever be
and taking clothes off.
I gotta say one thing, Jay. Well, you wrong about that. You seen some of these females on the east side? They beat up niggas.
Bro.
Hey, there was this female at Pasture that used to walk around with some stuff that said the kid. All I'm saying is you better.
We know who you talking about too. Hey, Ben Flores, we know who you talking about. I think she bullied everybody.
Yeah, and she was. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. She's like the gooch.
Wait, but watch this. Watch with my boy El Pooh talking about. I've been on the east side. I tried to holler at this shit, get her number. I was like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" She was like, "Who the fuck is you, nigga? Where you from?" And she scared the fuck out of me on the east side. Don't go to the. That's why I stay on the west side. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, chicks on the east side, they either real cute or they look fucked up in hardcore life.
They don't just look that way.
Real talk.
They be
I
that
know.
way.
I told you, I'm in the streets every day. Not really, but
Okay. That answers my question.
But again, to me, it's a difference between a fade and a fight. So I always say that, look, you always got to be prepared to defend yourself. No, a fade is like you guys, okay, you're agreeing to come to this stuff. Like, you're honored. To me, a fade is sort of like two people just trying to resolve something with a fight, as opposed to a fight is just, like a scuffle that can be started, whatever. You don't even have to initiate. It's not the person that's agreeing. You can just be attacked. You always got to be prepared to defend yourself and fight.
Oh, you know what? You are right, Mr. Nice Guy. I retract my look. I did, because a fade is like calling a cat out for a fade. A fight is like, you're right. You are right on that. I'm gonna give you that one. Woo! Reluctantly. I'm gonna give you that one. Woo! I'm still burning inside because you are right on that one. A fade is like we taking that fade. A fight is just spur of the moment type shit. You never know. You could be at Walmart. You're right.
All right.
But I got all that for everybody. Even listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was like, you get punched in the face a lot. I said, yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, haven't you? Because I was having surgery, and it was like your jaw realignment. I was like, did you get punched in the face? And I said, yeah, fuck yeah. Hasn't everyone? That's what I was like, because I run into that burning building, get beaten fuck up, and then wake up like, damn, what happened? That's just me. I'm just ignorant. Sorry. Crenshaw.
All right. So we're gonna move it forward.
Putin likes to fight.
Real quick. What was the consensus? Did everybody agree that there is no age limit, or?
No. Again, we're talking about a fade versus a fight. As a grown up, don't.
I like you for that, but I'm mad. Don't like you, fucker. That was good, you asshole.
Yes, I'm saying, as a grown up, don't be taking no more fade. But defend yourself at all times.
So, see, now I don't want to drag this out, but
I know Putin don't want to fight.
Hold on. So somebody calls you out to a fight, say, I want that fade with you. Do you take it or you don't take it?
Oh, if they force it, you put it this way, just defend yourself. You don't necessarily put yourself in the same.
So the answer is yes, you take it.
No. You say take it. I'm just saying you don't go out there to fight, but put yourself in a position to defend. And if they come within your physical space, be the alpha and the omega.
But wait, see, this is what I think is getting blurry. If a man, it's honor, in my opinion, it's honorable for a man if he want that fade with you. Say, hey, listen, we got to handle this. To me, it's honorable. Hey, I need that fade. And as a man, you either accept it or reject it, right?
Yes.
And that's all it is.
But hold on. I remember being I remember my son. A kid at the door wanted to fade with him, and when I was watching Love and Hip Hop. And my son came up to the door. He said, such and such kid is outside and he want to fade with me. Soon as he did that, I knew my son was about to get his ass whooped. Because I remember being a kid, like on all the squabbles I had on 35th Street and between Gramercy and Cimarron, y'all know about these. Who was my age. Salute to the Harlem 30s. They was trying to recruit me. But I was like, man, I'm for World War Hustle. Anyway, so when that happened, I was like, I watched it. I went out there. They had a dispute. They got down. And then after my son, he got knuckles put on him. And I watched that fight. And I was there like, damn. All right, that's enough. And then I told my son, you tall, but you weak, and you need to work out. And then the next day at the park, we was out there working out, getting it in with my little son too. You can ask either one of them. See, because remember Floyd X, when we was kids, we had weights. Salute to Donald, because Big Bro did put weights in the house. Yeah. And we used to utilize them motherfuckers in LA. We'd be curling and doing all that stuff.
Yeah. Everybody's not prepared for the fight, but you do have to prepare. When you put in that arena, it's time to go. Somebody offer you a fight or a fade, where you know your capabilities. You either accept it or reject it. It is what it is, man.
No, but sometimes you can't even, like Mr. Nice Guy, you freaking I feel like a chick like, I can't stand you. But even if you turn down the fade.
Yeah. We got it.
You can't turn down a fade.
We got it. We got it. We got it.
It's okay to get your ass whooped too. It's okay.
It is. I done got my ass whipped a lot of times. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, you right. You right, Elpo.
But I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it. This is my main thing of my resistance to a fade is that if you fight me, we'll fight. I am not going to fight fair, and I'm going to win, and I'm going to do terrible, violent things, and I will have no limitation to what I'm willing to do. I will be willing to pull your throat out of your body, whatever I need to do.
The Rock.
Whatever I need to do. No limitations. So I'm just saying that's why I don't, to me, to just volunteer that degree of violence is to just basically excuse me.
Yeah, that's the Gaza squabbling.
That's just to put me into a situation where, I'm volunteering to expose myself to prison and stuff like that. That's not something I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying to be an adult and talk it out. But like Pooh said, I'm thinking violence, and weapons might come into play.
Man, fuck that. See, sometimes
that's a different story now.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't agree with a fade. I'm not.
Don't have to look your ass up, Mr. Nice Guy.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do that fade stuff. I got friends. They know me. They tell you all the time. My friends would be like, "Yeah, we'd have to kill that dude." So I mean, and this is the truth. We don't have to fight. We can talk. We can disagree to agree. That's all that stuff. I don't believe in bullying nobody, and obviously, I'm not of the size to be bullying nobody. But the fact of the matter is, I am going to be a problem if I have to be, and that's what it's going to be.
Well, last word for me. I'm not fighting. I told you what I do.
You're damn lying. Elpo. Y'all niggas just forget. I know y'all asses.
Hey, I don't think that
he said he's not fighting. He made it clear. He just come out, and he put that on record.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to do our next topic. Justice.
Wait, are you serious? Are you serious?
What? Who you talking
to Genuine?
Who you talking
about the cure for AIDS?
Yeah, and we got like 7 minutes left.
Let's go, man. Y'all talking about some bullshit, man. Let's go.
All right, well, go ahead and speak on it, Walk. You want to go ahead. What you got?
Walk is cured, ladies, so you're good.
Hold up. Oh yeah, I got my results right here. I'm serious. You think I'm bullshitting? I get tested every year. How about y'all guys? Nope. Yeah. Oh, I look real disgusting right now. Yeah, I get tested every year. I thought I was gonna do that, but now that there's a cure for HIV, you see these bag of condoms? Straight in the trash, baby. Yeah.
Nah, that's that's hella
I just want to know about the outfit.
Come on,
that's what my dad buys on you.
The topic. He take him off the screen.
Walk. Come on now. Come on, dude. You snuck that one in there. You snuck that one in there, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Walk. All right. we're gonna save that topic for next week. 'Cause, we trying to civilize ourselves around here and be a better representation. We come on screen every week and we speak on topics every week. We don't want to be a negative representation, so we're going to clean it up a little bit, and we're gonna do better. You know what I'm saying? As far as the because I'll put it out here. We have been accused of being misogynistic and chauvinistic, and the truth be told, we're just men who we speak our opinion, and when we talking, sometimes it can get reckless in a sense because we're just talking, having a good time, and it can be like, oh, really? That's how you really feel? And we don't want to put it out there like we just some old cavemen on some caveman stuff, doing some caveman things. You're muted, First Lady. You're muted, but unmute yourself so we can hear you.
I said, I'm a woman, by the way. He's talking about the men to our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all woman. There's no transy on here.
Yeah.
Right. That's what she's saying. What she's saying is you sound like a trans fluid.
Wow. That was real insulting, Walk.
I'm insulted that you took me off when bro.
Listen. Walk. Listen. We have to practice responsibility, man. We got to be mindful of what we putting out here. And we just gotta. So we're working our way towards it. We know we started out. It was just us with one view, two view, and we could say what we want, how we want. But we trying to get to a next level. So we gonna be.
I'm gonna channel my inner black woman. Oh, I can't stand you. Oh.
We just got to be mindful, bro. So that's the direction that we're moving in. More responsible because we know that we come on here as 5 Black African American faces on this screen, and we are represented. It's people in different countries that click on that link. Let's see what these Black folks in America doing.
I got this. Oh, that's gonna be my new. I'm a gata, baby.
You said what?
I'm in a gata.
Okay, so we just got to be mindful of what we're putting out there, and we're gonna work on it. But next week we'll dive in more to the AIDS, and there may be a cure for it. There's 5 or so cases of people who were cured of AIDS by whatever the standards that they use of someone being cured of AIDS. They got 5 cases of it using stem cell research. So we'll dive into that next week.
I can't stand it.
Any closing words? Anything y'all want to speak on? I know on the Daily Show, we had Mr. Walk had some disparaging remarks. The Daily Show, Mr. Walk had some disparaging remarks about Maxine Waters, and then he ended up apologizing. And I ended up apologizing also to Megan Thee Stallion. So I want to reiterate my apologies to Megan Thee Stallion. And when I state my statement, when I said Tory Lanez's loss in court was a loss for Black men, I retract that statement. That is not an accurate statement. He did the crime. He needs to do the time.
Yeah,
in the story.
Fuck Tory Lanez. And I did apologize to our elder, Maxine Waters. I did apologize as well on stipulation that Floyd X apologized to our sister, Meg Thee Stallion. It was a beautiful moment on the motherfucking Focuz Daily.
That was an absolutely beautiful moment.
Right.
And then y'all trashed it, and y'all need to apologize to Malcolm. Let's go.
Hey, we called you out for that fade to do 1 hour on Malcolm. We called you to do 1 hour on Malcolm. 1 hour on Malcolm. Mr. Nice Guy, you let me know and let Mr. Floyd X know when you ready for that.
We're gonna have a future show. We're gonna have a future show where we dive in to Malcolm, the Nation of Islam, and it's the story. It's topics to cover. What's that? The black. It's topics to cover because you gotta remember. My thing is that the New York City Police Department admitted to their complicity in the death of Malcolm X. They paid out money to the victims, and they are in the midst of a lawsuit. The Malcolm X family is filing an additional lawsuit to the whole situation.
Wait, watch this. One more thing. And the family of Malcolm X talked to the alleged killer of, and they said, "We know you had nothing to do with it."
Yeah. Oh no, that has nothing.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, hold on. Listen, stop. We're going to cover this in the future. The show is over.
Yeah, but y'all took it to a different place. I wasn't talking about none of that stuff. We talking about Malcolm.
Thank y'all for watching the show. We'll be back next week, same time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune into the Focus Daily, Monday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. We covered the news going around, and the trending topics. We'll speak on it. It includes myself, Mr. Walk, and El Pooh. Anybody else is invited. If you got something to say, I can send the link out, and you're free to come on the show at any time. Thank y'all, and we out.